Salaam, salam. I'm back. This is UNITY, and I'm doing a video. My autofocus backing up again, but I'm doing a video. I want to tell you all about my surgery. I had video of my doctor talking at the beginning of the surgery, you know, telling everything that what he was going to do, but for some reason the volume won't show up. But I do got some video of him talking about after the surgery, but it's kind of low, so you might have to turn your computers up to really hear it. But I had the surgery on the 21st. I did do a video that day as I was leaving, but I don't think I'm going to insert that in this video. What I could say is, like I said, you know, when I went, I told myself if I had some type of sign that I shouldn't do this surgery, I wasn't going to do it. But only thing that day on the 21st, it was just raining real hard. And I think rain is a piece, like a cleansingness. It's like a piece of cleansingness. So, like on the way to the hospital, my sister took me, it was just storming. And I was like, I don't think that's like a bad sign. So, I went. And when I got there, I had to go to, I guess, the pre-op room. And what they did, they had to take my clothes off, put the nightgown on, and they gave me an IV, which I hate getting IVs. I laid there, which I got a little bit of that video that I could show y'all. The anesthesiologist came in. I talked to him. We tried to record him, but he wouldn't let us record. He didn't want to be recorded. I couldn't eat nothing for like 2 days, so I was like hungry. So they gave me this pill. I guess they say for some acid in my stomach. And when they gave me the pill, they gave me like this much water. And I got a video clip. You see, it's like a little tight water she gave me. So from there, I think we laid there. I got there at 9. My surgery was supposed to have been at 11:15. But I don't think it started till probably like 12 or 12. I was getting a little antsy. I was kind of ready to go on and do the surgery. So they came. Some guy came and some woman came. And the guy, he injected me with something. And he was kind of like injecting it. And it was like, I mean, he told me something going to make me relax. And then I don't know what she did. But the only thing I know, that was the last thing I remember. And when I woke up, I was in a room and I was tied to the bed. I'm like, what the hell? I was tied to the bed, and I remember like pulling on the thing that I can't know if both arms, but I just know it was. I remember looking and my hand was tied to the bed, and I remember asking. It was a guy there. I think he had a high top fade, but I was on medication, so I don't know, in anesthesia, I don't know exactly who that was, but he had a high top fade, and I remember saying, why you got me tied up? And he said, somebody, you're going to be good. So I don't know if I came out fighting or whatever. And then I guess I started coming around, and I asked him what my sister was, and I don't know, it was just weird. I was in this room with this guy with a high top fade. I don't know if it was a dream or whatever, but then I came to, and I don't know if he still had a high top fade, but I know he said I told him I had a baby 4 months ago. It was weird. I had a baby 4 months ago. My son is 18 and 13, but I do want more children. So I came out. They took me to my room. I got in the bed. They put me like on morphine, and I just remember waking up, like really waking up, and my mouth felt like I ain't had no teeth, like I had gums in my mouth. And then my sister finally came, and she brought me flowers and all that type of stuff. And I remember, like, when I woke up, I wanted my computer, I wanted my phone, I wanted to like check my website. My sister was like, girl, you just had surgery, your stomach just was cut open. And I was like crying, saying, give me my stuff. And then I wanted her to give me this book right here. I wanted her to give me this book. She wouldn't give me none of my stuff. I wanted her to give me this book because I wanted to read. I wanted to do something. I'm not used to just laying down. I wanted to do something, and she was like, girl, no. And I was just crying, saying, give me my book. And she wouldn't give me nothing. And I was mad at her. Then when she finally gave me this book, I threw it at her. I threw the book at her. I bet I'm going to insert a picture of her laying down, because she stayed the whole night with me. And then I had some beautiful people come visit me and my family. But I think I was so still high on that pain medicine, the anesthesiologist. I really wasn't really feeling pain. But I know when I first got up to use the bathroom, it hurted like really, really bad. Like, and then I was like bleeding real, real bad. And then I remember the doctor came in like 2 days after the surgery. And he showed, well, a day after the surgery, he showed me the pictures. And I got the pictures, and y'all gonna see it in the other part of this video. This video gonna be pretty long. And he showed me the pictures of these fibroids. Like, it's supposedly just been 3. And they supposedly, supposed to been 2. And the other one's supposed to been like, the one supposed to been bigger than the other 2. It was 6. And one was like this big. And it was hiding behind my uterus. And I had started having lower back pain recently, and like contractions in my back. And I'm thinking it's the fibroids, but I didn't know it was big. But it was hiding. They didn't see it. So I got the pictures of that, and I got the pictures of when they was putting my uterus back in. But she said my ovaries are fine, my fallopian tubes are fine. Only thing, like, I'm like a healthy woman, but the only thing was those fibroids was mainly killing me. And like, if you look at one of my videos, I was telling y'all that sister came to me in a vision, and she told me I need to get them out of me. Since I had the surgery, it been going on 3 weeks now. It been like a lot of emotional stuff going on with me. It was like, in my mind, I couldn't believe they was in me. And then I started thinking about, it was times when I did my, I was working, and I was in pain. And a lot of times I did videos, and I just wasn't feeling well because I was so drained from those fibroids. When administration came on, it just took so much from me. So I was like, oh my God, this is finally over. It was just a lot. And even when I got home, I'm just used to doing stuff for myself. I had to be, because when I got home, the pain really came. And then they gave me, I wanted to show y'all the medicine. Percocet, that's what they gave me in the hospital after they took me off the morphine. And I guess the Percocet was like real, real strong. But then they gave me a generic brand to come home. So it was like I was feeling the pain. It felt like my stomach was like split in half. It was just crazy. And they say that my uterus was the size of almost 3-month-old pregnancy. So I mean, since then I think I was at 138. I'm like at 135, 36 now. And he said that my stomach, it's going to take like 6 to 8 weeks. So I probably got like, almost another, it's just been 2 weeks. Going on 3 weeks. So my stomach is like really going down really good. And I just went to the doctor. I had a checkup on the 7th. The day is the 10th. And he was just saying how it was healing well. And I was telling my appetite wasn't, like it usually be. Because I do want to lose weight, but I don't want to lose weight not from eating. I want to lose weight naturally and working out. So it's been a long roller coaster. And this fibroid thing is so many black women that has fibroids don't know they have fibroids. They don't really know why we get fibroids. Me personally, I think it's emotional, and I think it's environmental, because there are women that are eating right and they getting them. So, and then some people insurance won't pay for them to be removed unless, I had like 5 blood transfusions since 2009. That's when I found out I had them. And it was one blood transfusion, like, I was in ICU. I guess I'm getting a little emotional because things was like really taking my life. I mean, it was times when I had photo shoots with models and I just was working and I just wasn't feeling good. I'm just so happy they out of me now. It's just a lot when I was dealing with those things. And then they don't tell a lot. I mean, at first they kept saying, you got to get a hysterectomy. You got to get a hysterectomy. No one never told me what a myomectomy is. And there was so many other things that they can do. But they wanted to take my womb. But I thank Almighty God that they didn't take my womb. I met this Dr. Okorochi. And I told him, I say, do not take my uterus. Some women can deal with, I was to the point at the end, like I just wanted it out. But then I doubt my heart wasn't really, I would have been messed up. Even if I wasn't going to have no more children, even if I want more children, I just one of them women that wanted my womb in me. And I just been through a lot of, there's times when I left the house and I fell out and I couldn't go nowhere because I was bleeding so heavy. It was just bad. So it's just been 2 weeks and the day been a good day. Like I washed my hair. What is the autofocus doing? Okay, I washed my hair. I'm dyeing it. So it's probably going to be more. Let me cut this video off and come back because then my autofocus was acting crazy. But I washed my hair finally, and I'm in the process of dyeing these more lighter so I can dye my hair turquoise on the ends for the summer. I just wanted something brighter. I feel like I'm a lot of times in life we go through things and it literally feel like I'm starting over with a whole bunch of things, and I just had from the people usually I'm not like a real, like YouTube is really the only one that I really kind of discuss my fibroid problem. I didn't really discuss that on my main Facebook page, not my fan page, but my Facebook page. I didn't really discuss that, but something right after I had the surgery told me to put it up. I'm gonna tell you, it was just so many women saying how they need to get checked for it, and it was just beautiful for people checking on me, even people on YouTube. The realist, that's sister. I'm gonna send a shout out to you. Want to see more videos, Queen? And Ngozi lady. There was 2 people that hit me up on YouTube and checked on me. And I'm like, I got crazy orders. And I got to get people orders out. So if you ordered from me, they coming. Like, I will be up for the next couple of days, like, getting these orders out. And I thank people for, supporting me. And I put on my website that if you ordered after the 20th, your order was going to be shipped between the 5th and the 15th. So we at the 10th. So I just didn't really want to shut my website down because that is my means of surviving, and I just knew I was going to be fine, and I'm back. I'm gonna be back on this. So like I say, in this video y'all gonna see clips of me right after I got out from surgery. Y'all gonna see it's not a lot of clips. I wish I could have got more. I wish I could have recorded the surgery, but he said it was a lot of political stuff dealing with the anesthesiologist in the hospital. I really wanted that surgery recorded, but I did get them a picture of putting my uterus in. He said he had a picture of them cutting me. He was trying to get a picture of that, but his phone, my doctor said the phone had went dead and he had to get his assistants to charge it up. So he did get me the pictures of, at least 2 pictures of the fibroids, and there was them putting my uterus back in. So if there's any questions, I know I'm missing some things, but if there's any questions, I will come back and do another video on it, and I'm gonna tell y'all the things what I'm going to do to prevent, because they usually say when you have myomectomy within a year they coming back. I was looking at a video on YouTube. This lady had 500 fibroids. they said if they would have left one of them in her, she still would have been bleeding really, really bad. So these things are like, to me, I think they parasites or something. They will drain your life, and it's just been a lot. So, like I said, if you got any questions, just put it in the comments. Inshallah, I will respond back. And I will do another video, not when I'm so emotional, talking more about this if y'all want to hear it. Because I really want to get back into my art. And I'm going to build my other channel. I got a lot of things. I'm going to be doing vintage, thrifting, natural. My life is kind of 60% natural and the rest not natural. And I want to do that more on that channel. So like right up here is natural and down here is bleached. But alright, Salaam family. Enjoy the clips on the end. If your stomach is squirmy, I don't know if you want to see the fibroids. And my autofocus is really tripping. It's really tripping. But okay. Salaam, Salaam. Don't put that stuff. I don't want nobody else.
Hey, why would I do that?
Take my water they gave me. I want some water, man. I was like, what that is? My water.
We know that, but that machine. Let me get one of the other pipes. All right.
Forgot to do one little part. Always forget.
Boy, at the spiritual and the science, and they have like a lot of great documentaries on there. I seen this documentary about this girl. She was the first person that survived rabies. She was 14 years old. Some kind of way he stopped her brain, so because you know that's where it traveled to. Rabies traveled to the brain, and he stopped it. But when she woke up, she woke up. But he tried to do it again with somebody else. They died, so they couldn't. She was the only one that this stopped could save.
This is after her surgery, and look how she looking. What is you doing? She on morphine. She high.
I feel like a cranky.
High than fuck.
I said, don't take too much now.
High than motherfucker right now.
Let me see him.
Look at her feet. Look at her feet. Look. I'm gonna go get something to eat, D. Alright. Can you tell them how the procedure went? You're done with it now, and you just can go over what you done in the operating room.
Sure. Yeah, the procedure went very well. Miss Turner was put to sleep by the anesthesiologist and was draped in a sterile fashion. We then proceeded to make that bikini incision that I talked about earlier on. We made a 10-centimeter incision just a little above our hairline. And through that incision went into the abdomen and identified the uterus, which was enlarged, the size of which is as if she is 2.5 months pregnant. She had multiple fibroids. She had one in the back of the uterus that was the biggest, approximately 6-7 centimeter size. And then she had other ones, 3-4 centimeter size fibroids, deeper in her uterine muscle. So we took all of that out and then began to close our uterus back in layers. We did about 3 layers of closure to prevent blood collection inside the cavity of the fibroid and to improve our healing, chances of healing, and also reduce adhesion formation. After careful closure of the uterus, I also applied adhesion barriers to prevent adhesion formation, and also use the hemostatic material to further reduce our chances of bleeding.
Okay.
All of these steps are usually necessary to improve our recovery and make it as fast as possible. So overall process of doing the surgery was, I would say, very, very smooth.
Okay.
Very smooth. She tolerated anesthesia very well. We did everything to prevent excessive blood loss. She lost about 150 milliliters of blood, which in this kind of surgery is very excellent. Not much. That she wouldn't need blood transfusion.
Okay.
From the surgery itself. So that went very well.
Okay.
So I expect her recovery in the next 2 days in the hospital to be also uneventful. And then she will go home and will continue to follow up with her in the office.
Okay.
Her fertility potential is very good. Her ovaries are normal sized and normal in appearance. Her fallopian tubes are also normal in gross appearance. So she retains her potential for fertility, and therefore I did what she wanted me to do. Remember, she said, Dr. O, do not take out my uterus. Right?
Yeah.
So, and I did not take out her uterus. So,
Okay.
as I promised her, God was on my side.
Okay.
And God answered my prayer to avoid any complications intraoperatively and do the surgery exactly the way she wanted me to do it. So I delivered on her request, and I'm praying for her to recover smoothly, fast, and get back to her busy life and get her ready for summer.
And how long does it take to heal? Like normally it takes to heal completely?
Yeah, I usually estimate 4 weeks to 6 weeks.
Okay.
That she will be able to get back on her feet and be doing most of what she loves to do on a routine basis. So,
How would she have to be on a certain diet?
no, she can get back to her usual routine diet.
Okay.
Almost immediately. By tomorrow, she should be back on regular diet.
And Dr. O, what is because there's a lot of African American women getting fibroids. Do you know the cause of fibroids?
Really, etiologically, we don't know exactly. But we know that fibroid is a hormone-dependent tumor. And it's pretty common, like you said, in African Americans. Maybe there is something racial about it. We don't know for a fact. But it's pretty common also in the reproductive age women. And the tumor tends to feed on the same hormones that young women need to be fertile. The same hormones, mainly estrogen, progesterone. So is there something, and I'm theorizing now,
Okay.
Is there something in the diet of African Americans that may be promoting fibroids? We don't know for a fact. What we know is that both Africans living in Africa, African women in Africa, as well as African American women in the United States, they all have fibroids.
But like probably about 20 years ago, it's like statistics shows it was more like Caucasian. Now it switched over to the African American.
Probably the studies were done more in Caucasian people than in African Americans. And so I don't know that it's particularly that the prevalence or the distribution of the disease has changed. Maybe the study, who did the study, what was the study population, and how was the racial representation of the study.
Okay.
Because, talking from an international experience, African women have lots of fibroids. And we started thinking that maybe there's something racial or something genetic or something nutritional.
Yeah.
That may be making it dominant, but we don't know completely. We don't know. So the simple answer to the question is we don't know the etiology or the exact cause of fibroid.
Okay.
And, so we'll hopefully in the near future with new information, new knowledge, new science, we might be able to know why.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to perform surgery on my sister, and I hope she feels better.
I wish I quick recovery, and thank you for the opportunity, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, take care.